Hello everyone, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Might and Magic 8, the Day of the Destroyer, and we are in Ravenshore. So, luckily enough for us, this first episode will feature the great appearance of our first artifact, most likely, because Ravenshore contains one of those secret places that I've been talking about before. Ravenshore is indeed... Okay, I was about to show you the map, but I haven't really explored anything, so how can I show you the map? It's a big city, a lot of things to explore and do, but first of all, let's actually do what we're supposed to do, which is to enter the merchant house of Alvar and talk to Elgar Fellmoon about what Daderus said, or whatever. Welcome to the Ravenshore Guild House of the Merchants of Alvar. I am Elgar Fellmoon. How may I help you? What is this? A letter from a caravan master, Daderus. Let's see. Well, it seems that serious events are afoot. It is a pity. What has happened on Daggerboon? Serious action may need to be taken, but I require more information. And I think I know how to get it. Perhaps you would be interested in helping me. I will compensate you, of course. And here, take this as payment for delivering Daderus' letter. The local smugglers have the fastest boats in Ravenshore. If these were available to my agents, they could make quick scouting missions up and down the coast, so we could see the extent of the cataclysm mentioned in Daderus' letter. Here, bring this letter to the smuggler leader, Arion Hunter. I'm sure it will persuade him to lend his services. You'll find his hideout westward up the coast. Oh, I almost forgot. The smugglers, they're were-rats, and you know how they can be. Hunter can be reasoned with, but don't be surprised if his crew is less than civil. And the letter is basically a blackmail letter where, whatever his guy name was, it basically says that, hey, we know we have a daughter, she's going to be safe where she studies if you lend us the boat. So, screw you. Very nice indeed. First order of business is unfortunately to... Oh, good lord, we have so much. We're going to do that later. We're going to give our potions to... Mr. Thing over here, Costo. Because...
Great, now we can use it.
Yeah, we can use it. We are gonna get a new party member, and that is gonna that's gonna take over Elspeth's place, basically.
Welcome, adventurer.
They're not there. But I want to sell these pulp fruits first because I know that's here in Ravenshore. It's definitely not here. Definitely not here. It's bounty hunting. That's fine. Master plate. Good to know. Quest. Okay, sure. Let's get a quest. Many decades ago, the legendary priest of the sun, Camian Fries, led a crusade against the Necromancer's Guild in Shadowspire. The guild was able to defeat Fries' forces with the aid of the vampires that also dwell in the Shadowspire region. Camian Fries carried with him a clerical artifact called Eclipse with him into battle. The shield was lost when Fries was struck down by a Nosferatu in the final battle. So even though he didn't ask us, he actually wants to get, of course, Eclipse back, which we will do, eventually. In a while. Crocodile. In the middle of Ravenshore, we have a giant crystal. If you remember from the opening sequence that I thought we didn't have, and I probably said in the Let's Play in the beginning that, hey, we don't have the opening, but, you know, whatever, this has happened. Basically, this strange man, and we'll talk to a few people in town that has met that strange man, summoned this crystal and started the end of the world around the world. The end of the world around the world. Greetings! I am the mighty Fawn Understone. I know we have not met before, I never forget a face, but perhaps you recognize my name from ballads. You know, several have been written about me. Join you? What an amusing idea. Why would the great Fawn Understone travel with the likes of you? Rude, but true, I guess. Master Dark Elf is not a promotion quest, it is mastering the Dark Elf skill. And since we don't have a Dark Elf, that's not really gonna happen just yet.
Your supplies are...
Acromage! I can dig. I'm pretty sure, by the way, that this is the town with two taverns, so you have to play Acromage twice. which of course is more annoying than anything else, but, you know, damn it, can I get... Thank you! That one is also nice. Barracks is a new card in Might and Magic 7. 6 plus recruits, 6 plus wall if dungeon is lower than the enemy dungeon as far as I can... an unwalled dungeon. It does so much. But here are battlements, 7 plus in the wall, 6 damage to the enemy. Also pretty nice. I do like things that give you a bunch of positives while damaging the opponents. Da-pa-pa-pa-pa. Thank you for the money! I always love Walker Mage. There should be some weapon stores around there.
Are the best.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Elven Long Spear of Cold. Ooh, a Warhammer. Why don't we buy that for our little Frederick Talimere? I wonder if we're gonna try this Elven Spear of Cold too, because that actually seems to be quite powerful. Rest of this is no thanks, except for that bow, because that's nicer than
Yes!
Okay, can't you say the other thing instead?
Anyone thirsty?
Thank you. That's much nicer when you say that. Makes me happy. Let's see. Warhammer. An improved version of the Field Hammer. This weapon is heavier, better balanced, and more durable. While it requires strength to wield, it is a terrible sight to armored and unarmored foes alike. I just think it looks cool. Now the Elven Longspear of Cold. Of fine craftsmanship and balance of disalloy steel-headed spear mark it as the work of the weaponsmiths of Alvar. It hits more, and it also has more damage because of its enchantment, so...
Give it to someone else.
Can you learn Spare, though?
Axes are the best.
Because, like, this is so much better for you to use, buddy.
Our axes are the best.
They're really not, because as far as I saw, you didn't have a single axe. You really lied to me. Bastard.
Selection of heirloom artifacts.
Sure, we can buy a cloak. Lightning bolts. Sure, we're gonna buy lightning bolts too, because...
Knowledge is power.
Indeed, knowledge is power. Dadros, no, Costo, since he can't wear a helmet or anything on his feet, should... Oops. What?
It's worthless.
Improvised wool. Sounds very nice. Actually, let's put on some Wizard Eye. I have a tendency in this world to, or in this area, to walk around in circles, and I probably already have started doing that. It's difficult for me to remember where I've been or not. Over here is an NPC that we can have join us, actually. Well, not yet, but we can eventually. Karanya Memoria. Would you believe the Necromancer's Guild cast me out? I, Karanya Memoria? They were just jealous of my great potential. Now that this has stopped me from... not that this has stopped me from seeking dark knowledge. I do so now by my own path. Say, perhaps we could join forces. And then we're like, yeah, sure, come with us. I'm sorry, I'd like to adventure, yes, but you're just not on my level. And I think you need to be like around level 15 or something to make her join you. For an Understone, you need to be like level 60. So there is indeed a lot of a change. So here's the first person who can tell you a bit of the night the crystal came into appearance. And it's kind of a nice backstory. So a wanderer came into town. Several okay, I've been told that I pronounced this word wrong. So I'm going to try to pronounce it differently. Usually I pronounce it ruffians. Several ruffians sought to relieve this traveler of whatever wealth he possibly possessed. The wanderer barely paid any of them much notice. With a small flick of his wrist, all fell before him. Then he walked to the town square and summoned the giant crystal that you'll find here today. Not very dramatic. But, you know. The reason why I gave everything to Costo when it comes to stat boost is because he's the only one that's actually going to follow me forever. Well, Arius might join us. So, I understand you're out for adventure. I'd be glad to join you. Sure, I wouldn't mind another Minotaur. We can actually remove... Yeah, we were supposed to remove Elspeth anyway, so why don't... Oh, but we're gonna sell those things first. Yeah, never mind. Ugh, annoying. Why he lived there with them, I have no idea. Vault of Time. This is kind of like the obelisk treasure back in Might and Magic 6 and 7. You know, it said that the Vault of Time was there before Ravenshore. The town was built around it. It is supposed to contain the treasure of the old Emperor Thorn who ruled the lands around here hundreds of years ago. Many come here to try to open the vault, but don't succeed. It is actually at the end of town. But I'm pretty sure that's the obelisk treasure that you need to... So you need to do that before you can... open it. And here is indeed the Vault of Time. Basically just a giant vault. Unopenable, need a key or something. Eventually. Okay, so we've been over here. Then there aren't very many more places to go to. We have this part of town. Oh, wait, what now? Okay, I dropped Maylander's whatever he was supposed to say, but he's a cleric and is apparently retired. No, that life is over for me. Besides, if we were to take up the mace again, I would have to be with other companions, I'm afraid. If I may speak bluntly, I just can't see myself traveling with a group as inexperienced as yours. Which is fair. We don't really have as much experience.
It won't open.
We may need a
We'll
key.
need a key for this.
Locked.
I think we'll need a key.
Okay. And that's because it's the place of the Archromage tournament, just like in Might and Magic 7. To be declared Archromage champion, you must win a game of Archromages in every tavern on, in, and under the continent of Jadam. There are 11 such taverns sponsoring Archromage events. When you have accomplished this, return to me to claim the prize. And now, if I was smart, I would try to keep track of where I won or not. But I'm not smart, so most likely I'm going to totally forget. Yay! The Stranger. The night the Stranger came through here was the same night that the crystal erupted in the center of town. I only caught a glimpse of the Stranger. He didn't appear the potent mage that he was. I was not in the town square when he summoned the crystal, but I did see the flash of light that traveled across the sky. It was truly terrible. As far as I remember, Ravenshore features only 2 monsters out here. It's wolves and... oh, here, finally. It's wolves and it's centaurs. Both are pretty easy, to be honest, to kill. So that's not going to take too long. And the reason why we're undressing our sweet, darling little vampire lady is because she's going to be left behind soon. Yes, I was there the day the Destroyer walked through Ravenshore, and here we actually got to know a name, the Destroyer. He wasn't known as that before. I was at the blacksmith's getting a knife sharpened. He walked right past us like he owned the town. A crowd was following him at a distance. One of them threw a rock, but it bounced off a magic shield surrounding him. He didn't even seem to notice. Later, I heard an explosion from the town center, or town square. I ran out to look, but the Destroyer was gone, and that crystal and scattered bodies were all that remained. Quite hardcore. Expert chain, chain mail, don't care too much about that. TPH. Expert water magic, eventually Devlin, eventually. When the mage came into town, I didn't think much of it. This is Ravenshore. Everyone who travels through roads of Jadam comes through here at some point or another. I guess I should have paid more attention to him. Seems he caused quite a stir in the town square. Well, yeah, he summoned a giant crystal. A lot of trolls living around here for some reason.
Ooh, I can't identify it.
Yeah. Sorry, you're gonna get super deceased, by the way, Elspeth, before I leave you. Sorry about it. There is an ancient saying amongst the Dark Elf people. A thing lives only as long as the last person who remembers it. The events the night the crystal burst forth into our lives will live for a very long time. Many of us saw the events that night. The mage who summoned forth the crystal said not one word to any one of us. When he looked upon us, it seemed that all there was in his heart and eyes was pity. Here is the second tavern.
Make yourself at home.
As far as I remember, the Acromage here is super annoying. And I was right, it is basically the dwarven version of this. Like if you remember in Stone City, I think, or in the Barrow Downs in Might and Magic 7, there is an Archromage place where there is basically the same starting point. 1 in bricks and 1 in gems, but 5 in recruits, starting with very high walls. So it's like you're supposed to take down your opponent by using aggressive means. And honestly, that's impossible. I'm lucky enough to start with the thief though, because that can aid me quite a bit in the beginning. But other than that, I think I'm gonna save up for the face jewel, which is also new in this game. 30 plus in tower is super nice. 6 plus recruits is in this case irrelevant, but 6 plus in bricks can help us quite a bit as well. So that's a really nice card to have right now. Apprentice, plus 4 in tower. You lose 3 recruits, 2 damage to enemy tower. Why I lose 3 recruits, I don't know. But whatever floats your boat. I wish we had more gems. Can you not do that, please? I wish we had more gems, I say, as I spend more gems. Why would you use that? I don't get it. Why? I've seen so many times that the computer kills himself using floodwater. And it's like, I appreciate the help, but I could take you down without you damaging yourself. I have actually whittled down his entire wall, though. That's pretty nice. Now I just wish that we could actually do some damage, but it seems like he is also very interested in doing damage to himself, so, like, why not? Can I get a dragon? No. Ugh, no. No. I'm just going all out offensive here right now. That's probably not the best idea, but ooh, that would be nice. Ah! Oh, hi. So I actually did win it by attacking. That's pretty nice. Quest! The packs of direwolves that roam this region are a threat to travelers and commerce. The merchants of Alvar have instructed me to hire competent people to hunt down these wolves and to defend the pack, in their words. You'll look like skilled adventurers. I will reward you well if you can eliminate your entire pack and those in their lair. You have no more pelts, return when you have more. So basically, wolves in this game can drop pelts, and if you return with them, she'll give you like 500 gold. So it's actually pretty valuable. Again, I'm sorry, darling, that I'm killing you. Expert flight. Okay, we're not there yet with Frederick, but we are close. Damn it, I'm usually a bit luckier when it comes to these trash heaps. But right now I've been pretty unlucky. Yeah, I saw the destroyer, and well named he is. I thought he was a rich merchant, and he looked like easy prey, so I tried to rob him. I ran ahead of him and lay in an ambush in an alley, waiting for him to pass. When he walked by, I made a grab for him. My mistake! I didn't even touch him. As soon as I got near him, I was thrown back by his magic. In fact, I was thrown over a house into the next street. Well, you deserve that. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it. We find a lot of daggers.
There's no room.
Don't scare me, Dublin. Gosh dang it. And yes, I was honestly actually scared there.
No space.
You just spoke so loudly. There's no room. Okay, but that's it. Then Elspeth, bye-bye. That felt a bit rude. But Elspeth is lovely, but if I'm going to use a vampire, it's going to be somebody else. I'm also expecting Devlin to go, Simon Templar to go. Only one I can see myself keeping is Frederick. I like him all right enough. I have a very unpopular opinion, and that is that I want to go to Shadowspire and recruit this Necromancer as quickly as possible, Nathaniel or something, just because I think he is awesome.
Adventurer.
But hi, welcome, yes.
I just don't know. No, there's no room. I'm not sure. It's worthless. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's worthless.
Long daggers.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know a lot, do you? Well, either way, say hello to Arius. I don't remember exactly his like backstory and stuff. Yeah, he's a blacksmith. He comes from a long blacksmith in a blacksmith family.
Our axes are the best.
Apparently, he just didn't want to be a blacksmith, which is fair. I don't mind that. Yep, you're actually going to start using daggers now, because honestly, that's actually better. And get a cape on. That's actually a pretty good cape. Iron broadsword, no thanks. You know how to use a bow, don't you? But you don't have one, so take a crossbow. Improvised Volg, is that...
It's of no use to me.
It's not an axe, of course it's not. I don't know what's an axe or not.
Wish I could.
I don't get it. They look like axes to me. Oh wait, you actually have a better dagger here too, don't you? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna try to focus so much on...
Our axes are the best.
So much on... the physical fighting of our sweet little Devlin here. So he's gonna just keep that one dagger until we exchange him with somebody else. Because again, I think we're gonna exchange him with Nathaniel, I think his name is. I don't know, for some reason I always just genuinely liked Nathaniel more as a kid than I did Devlin. I know it's a very unpopular opinion and I've been criticized for it before. Another thing I notice right now is we actually have an all-male party. I am not used to that whatsoever in my Magic. My parties tend to be very female-oriented. This tree is capitalized, which means there's something special about it, but I don't remember what. Is this one of those trees that requires disarm trap skill over a certain level? Why don't we build disarm trap skill on you, by the way, because that seems like a good idea. Here are the centaurs.
A tough opponent. A tough opponent.
They're not as tough as sweet little Devlin here wants them to be. They shoot, just like they do in Heroes of Might and Magic. 2, not in 3, and here are the wolves. As long as you face yearlings, it shouldn't be much of an issue. But if you start fighting some of their pack leaders, they do indeed cause quite a bit of damage.
Let's kill another.
An unworthy opponent.
They don't drop much, they can drop rings, but most importantly they drop their pelts. Because their pelts are the money makers. I'm pretty sure this is a tree that contains an artifact. Indeed, it does.
I wish I knew.
Not
I just don't
the
know.
best, because this is class
I can't
restricted.
identify it.
Class restricted.
I'm not sure.
Which
It's
means
worthless.
that
It's worthless.
only knights
don't
can
know.
use this plate armor. But it's a very powerful plate armor, and we're most likely going to have knights. So I mean, it could be a lot worse. By all means, at least I can use it. But for the time being, that means that Simon Templar is going to stay until I get somebody better. As far as remembering, Garrett Gorge, or Garrett,
Too
whatever,
easy.
there is a hireling that I want. Luckily, this area is big enough for me to kind of like kite things down. There we found our first ring. I was kind of waiting for that. I think there are some treasure chests around here. I just saw one in the distance too. Defended by these wolves for some reason. So while we avoid these guys as much as we can, we will also try to raid their chests. Because I love me some chests. But that means we're gonna have to kill a few wolves. Let's see. Okay, we still have a few minutes, but we're gonna end the episode soon. We're actually gonna save here because it can quickly get hairy when fighting wolves. As you saw, they're kind of like every enemy in this game, basically early on. They're glass cannons.
Let's kill another.
They damage a lot, but they, you know, they still
No honor.
they still go down pretty easily, you know, because they're made of glass. So they're killable, but use your time and use your distance. Now I did get a few too many on my tail. As long as we just keep on sniping them down, sniping, well, for the sniping things, the hit percentage would probably be a bit higher, but
Let's kill another. Let's kill another.
yeah, Costo, can you stop being creepy? The thing is though, I don't want to clear out all of these monsters before I've done some more traveling, because,
Too easy.
maybe in an effort to make things a bit easier, I want to go and get a dragon hireling before I fight anymore, because the dragons are so powerful. Oh look, it's a direwolf. That we only need to be careful around. No, we're not supposed to... Oh, crapazoid.
I don't know.
Oh god, I was a one-hit slaughter machine. So, like, the direwolves here right now, they are dangerous.
No honor in that.
Gonna have to be careful around them. Did we kill it? I don't remember. I hate that I can't... Oh, hi, there he was. Yeah. Calm down. Simmer down. Thank you. Oh, and a real pack leader too.
Why should I know?
How lovely. They are even more dangerous than a direwolf. But you should go down now. Thank you. Whew. Okay, that was actually kind of stressful. A lot of kiting, but unfortunately that needs to be done in the beginning of this game until you get some more better equipment and stuff. I'm not really sure what the designers thought about, because it almost seems like they encourage that you have to step very carefully in the beginning. Like in Might and Magic 7, the game was very kind to you. Yes, you could technically go where you wanted, but you know, you could always try out one enemy before you encounter an entire pack, it seems like. So good job, Arius.
I wish I knew.
It's worthless.
I wish I knew it was worthless. Well, that wasn't the best, but that's okay. Haven't seen any dangerous ones here so far, only yearlings. Which I don't really know what it means. I've never heard that term before, but I'm gonna assume it's a wolf that's only been alive for like 1 year. Oh, hi, dire! So, as you may have seen at the edge of things there was a dungeon, or like, well, basically it's a wolf cave. Yeah, we're not going there yet, because the wolf caves are incredibly dangerous. What we are gonna do is go over here, because I think that leads to Garrett Gorge, as it's called. And honestly, that's a great place for us to go next. But I'm gonna end the episode here, because, you know, we can't go over 30 minutes, so at least I'm going to try to. So I've been Abiding Gamer. I'll see you guys in the next episode, where we explore the Knight's Town of Garrett Gorge and the Dragon City of the Dragon Tunnels. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, bye to the bye-bye.